And welcome back to the channel. On this video, since I recently had a e-bike accident where I went down in the snow, I thought this video that we would talk about e-bike accidents. Let's get by this intersection. Hopefully the light stays green. Looks like we're good to go. So, since I recently fell on my e-bike, this bike here, the Lyric Graffiti X, just recently, I thought, well, let's talk about accidents. So, myself, I've had two accidents. The recent one on this bike, and then I had one e-bike accident before I ever had the YouTube channel, so it was never captured on video or anything. But and then there was an incident recently when right after I first purchased this Lyric Graffiti X. It wasn't an accident, but it could have been, where I was riding the bike for second day. This is my second day riding this bike. It was brand new, and it's still new, but it was brand new at the time. And I hadn't even gotten used to the bike yet. And I was riding, and all of a sudden it started raining. And I wanted to specifically go on a road, which I did, that was that did not have a bike lane. And so I did. I went on that road, and I wasn't expecting this, but all of a sudden it started pouring rain. And I came up to an intersection. It was a three-way intersection. And I went to stop, and I couldn't stop. I didn't leave myself enough space to stop. And so I skidded and went right on through the stop sign. But luckily, nobody was there coming through there at the time. So it was an intersection too where talking away and forgot there's a stop sign right there. Oops. Anyway, it was an intersection where it was a three-way, so the turn, if they were going to turn onto the road where I was on, they would have to turn, is what I was saying. The road ended right there, so they either had to turn left or right, and luckily there was nobody there. But that was a quick reminder of, hey, get used to the bike, especially a faster bike. And I was riding at about 35 miles per hour because I wanted to keep up with traffic, because I specifically did this video for this purpose, because I wanted to ride and try it out on a road that I knew did not have a bike lane, and I wanted to ride right in the lane with traffic. I didn't want to ride on the side and have cars go around me. And 35 is definitely doable with this bike, which I thought, okay, let's try that. And so I did, and that's what happened. But my first ever accident on an e-bike was, I had a Rad Rover 4, the first ever bike I ever had. And I was riding it one morning. In fact, I was riding it to work. And I was leaving like 5 in the morning. And coming out of my driveway, I have a slope driveway, slightly sloped. It's not a steep slope, but a bit of a slope. And I was coming out of the driveway, turning left onto the street, and all of a sudden, the bike just slid out from under me. The back of the bike just slid out right out. I went off the bike, and the bike just went into the slid across the road. But at 5 a.m. it was dark outside. There was nobody around, so it was fine, on a side residential street. And so I picked myself up and went on with my ride. and the bike was fine, never hurt the bike at all. I think I remember a little bit later after having that happen, my back hurting a little bit, but that was it, not very much. It didn't linger on or anything. And then came the recent one. If you didn't see the video already, I could leave a link in the description if you want to check out the most recent accident with this bike, where I was riding just a day or so ago. We've been a couple of days with snow. As you can see, it's melting here today. And I was riding, and right here actually, somewhere around here. And I was riding along at about 8 miles an hour. I wasn't going fast, no more than 10, or I think top speed that day was 11 or something like that. I wasn't riding very quick because the road was snow covered, and underneath that was some ice. And you can't obviously see the ice under the snow, but because we had a combination of rain, or ice and snow, it's kind of mixed in there. And I went down. I think just something, my front wheel just slid a little bit, and it caused the bike to go down and me to go down with it. And the only issue I have now after having that happen is I got a bit of a bruise on my kneecap, but I don't even feel, you don't even feel it. I don't feel it at all. The only time I feel it is if I push on my kneecap. I can feel it a little bit, but it's not, I'm not in any kind of pain. It doesn't keep me up at night or anything like that. It's barely anything. And luckily, I mean, if I was riding faster, who knows what would have happened. And that's one thing, if you are going to ride in the snow at all, which I wouldn't highly recommend, but if you did, then I would definitely take it easy, and also wear a helmet. I don't know why so many people don't wear a helmet. That should be a no-brainer, pardon the pun, to wear a helmet when you ride. But I know the laws for most states are, unless you're a certain age, like under 16, you don't have to wear a helmet. So I guess, you know, if you choose not to wear a helmet and you hurt yourself, then you have nobody to blame except yourself. But I would highly recommend wearing a helmet. And yeah, I didn't, like I say, I didn't hit my head or anything. I went down more on my knee, and the bike was perfectly fine. I don't see any scratches or anything on the bike, and I think the snow also protected us too. It's like a blanket on the ground, right? I played a lot of street hockey in my time and gotten a lot of pavement burns and stuff from playing street hockey and falling and scraping your knees on the pavement. We've all probably done that as kids, playing around. But yeah, those are the two times I've had issues with falling, and this is still icy here. I can feel it under my feet. It's melting pretty rapidly though. And then there was an incident where my friend Keith, on his first day riding the Lyric Graffiti aerial rider Grizzly, I should say, he wiped out on his first day riding it. And it was his first time riding an e-bike, actually. He's a motorcycle guy. He has a street bike. He has his motorcycle license and all, but riding the Graffiti is definitely different. Or the Grizzly, I should say. No, I keep calling it the Graffiti because it has dual motors. And he was taking a turn at a traffic light. He was turning right, and the light was green to go. And he turned, and I think he hit the accelerator, the throttle, and he had both motors engaged, and down he went. And that video is also on the YouTube channel back. That was over a year and a half ago now that happened. And then the funny thing is, within 12 months later, he bought the bike. He didn't buy it, his wife bought it and surprised him. And that's another video that we did one time, and really cool surprise for him. He did not expect it. And yeah, she purchased the bike for him, so that was really cool. But those are some of the incidents that I've had happen. So hey, if you got any incidents that have happened to you, hopefully not too terrible. I know I've had people recently commenting on this recent fall that I had, commenting about experiences that they've had falling off of their bikes. So that's why I thought I would do a video on this and just talk a little bit about accidents. We all got to be careful out there. Accidents are going to happen. Even if you are the most cautious rider out there, accidents can happen. Nobody is invincible to accidents. So the best we can do is try to limit the accidents and protect ourselves. And I think the number one protection is a helmet. Some people go all out with knee pads and shoulder pads and the whole bit, elbow pads. I don't go out with all that. Maybe I should, but I don't completely bubble wrap myself, although it might not be a terrible idea to do. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Like I say, if you've got any incidents that have happened to you, or you know somebody who has had something happen, let us know in the comments. Maybe what bike they were riding and the whole situation with what happened. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you, like I say, want to comment on this or any other video, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I will leave a link for the most recent accident I had on this bike, and I'll leave a link on the accident that my friend Keith had on the Aerial Rider Grizzly if you want to check those out. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe out there, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.